Hey, happy Friendsgiving. How's everyone doing? It's good to see you. I'm back. I'm back. We're back on Sundays like we're supposed to be, happily ever after. There's so much to talk about, but I was like, we should make this a Friendsgiving because I feel like we're all friends here and it's the besties chat in the world. And I'm very grateful for you guys. And it's the week before, just a few days away. So, I have a few like fun Friendsgiving questions that I want to get into, but first, just a little bit about my week, and I want to hear about your week as well. Um, let's see what happened this week. Last night, I didn't know what I was getting myself into. I watched Train Dreams. This is a PSA. This is a PSA to anyone who sees Netflix and they're like, okay, Train Dreams, I heard that's, like, really good and kind of getting some Oscar buzz. It has, Joel Edgerton, Felicity Jones, among others in it. Should I check this out? And I'm not saying don't check it out, I'm just saying I'm gonna upload a picture from after I watched this movie. When I tell you there have been 2 really pivotal moments in my movie watching career where I was absolutely broken on another level that I didn't think was possible. Because y'all have seen me watch a ton of movies. I tear up, and I'm not saying like I'm like super hard to tear up. I do tear up from time to time on the movies, I do. Um, but it's really rare for me to bawl my eyes out in a way where it feels like I got, like, broken up with or someone in my family passed away, and that's happened twice in the past few years. In the past 2 years. One was last year when spoiler alert for Last of Us, if you haven't seen the beginning of season 2, when Joel gets brutally beaten to death. That was one. And then all of a sudden, wasn't expecting anything. I was just expecting like a chill movie with pretty visuals. Train Dreams said, "Hold my beer, Joel, because you've got nothing on what's about to happen." And when I tell you I bawled my eyes out for literally from like the middle of the movie until the end of the movie, and it was like like a few like there's a few sad things, but a singular thing happens and it's so I don't know if it's just me because I looked at the reviews and no one's giving a warning out, and I just wanna give a warning out that it's not for the weak, and it literally broke me in a way that Harry was like, "I have to disassociate from this movie because you're so fucked up right now." And this is, like, too much to handle. And this was me, like, actually 2 hours after the movie, okay? 2 hours after the movie. Like, have you ever seen me sadder? 2 hours after the movie, I was like, "Should life continue?" After what I just saw, should life continue? And let me tell you, thank God it's not based on someone's real life story. I'll tell you that much. Because I honestly I've never been this sad watching a movie. 'Cause My Name Is Khan really broke me where I was bawling kind of the whole movie, but there's a bunch of reasons why I bawled during that movie. It's like just a whole the content of the movie had different emotional, like, joyful cries, sad cries, like, a bunch of heartbreaking stuff. This was just, like, sheer heartbreak, like, heartbreaking life stuff, and it was so intense. So that was last night. Then today, I'm on my Harry Potter rewatch. I started a bit early. I kind of wish I waited a little bit. I wish I was, like, on 1 now, so by, like, Christmas time, I would be on the last one. But today was the day that I watched Deathly Hallows Part 1. Now it's been, like, 20 years, so I can say, "Yeah, Dobby dies." So it's been a really rough weekend, visually for me. Like, what do you mean? I think the worst death for me, there's, like, a few, but the worst death for me that I actually think is unnecessary and didn't need to happen and was so messed up, like, I think it's unforgivable, did not need to happen, was Sirius Black. Sirius Black dying, like, that actually makes me want to, like, square up. Like, that makes me so pissed that Harry finally has a family member. And I know, like, a big point of the movie is, like, chosen family and your friends, but he has his godfather, and they really understand each other. And he's like a piece of his parents that's still alive. And he gets like 2 movies and then we take him out. I'm sorry. That's, like, so stupid. I actually like, that didn't need to happen. He could have continued on. Like, I feel like he could have really, really hurt him or Bellatrix really hurt him and we think he died, but then he didn't. Like, there's no fake outs in Harry Potter. It's not like Marvel where, like, you're like, "Are they dead? I don't think so." And then they come back. I gave a spoiler warning. I said it's been 20 years from Harry Potter. Don't be mad at me, guys. It's been 20 years. If you haven't seen Harry Potter yet, that's like actually, I don't know what to say. I talk about this movie so much. Spoiler, I'm still talking about Harry Potter because now, oh, thank God, Lloyd. Whew. I was like, Lloyd, we've talked about this. Okay. Then now that I'm on my Harry Potter deaths, and you guys throw in the chat which one's your worst Harry Potter death. I see that, and I'll go back into the chat. But um oh, Mel says it was Hedwig for me. So that's the same movie that Dobby dies. Yeah. Hedwig was like, damn, like the bird has to die. He's been Harry's ride or die since, the first movie. That's his pal, his mate. And owls live a long time. So I feel like he had a lot more in him. That just was like so nasty. But honestly, I could take the hit. I could take that hit. But in the same movie to have Dobby die, criminal. But honestly, Dobby to me, like his ending where he got to say like what a beautiful place, like what a nice place to be with friends, and like he's at the ocean and he's surrounded by the people that he wanted to sacrifice for and that he got to save multiple times. That's pretty G. Like that's a gangster way to go out. But to Rihanna's point, when Sirius goes out and it's him saying nice one, James, before he dies, and then Bellatrix, the Bellatrix. Oh my god. If I didn't love Helena so much, she would be like a character that I wouldn't be able to separate the actress from because she plays it so insane. I hate Bellatrix so much. When she goes, "I killed Sirius Black. I killed Sirius Black." It's like, "No, you're actually evil." And I wanted to go through the screen so bad and do like a spell you can't go back from, an unforgivable spell. Insane. And then the next death that I personally take harder than a lot of other people is oops. Hold on, let me make sure I get the right one. Oh, okay. It's Fred dying. Like, to have one of the twins die just felt so unnecessary, and to me showed that the author's not a twin, because if you were a twin, you would never write one of the twins dying. You would never do it. To me, that just felt, like, unnecessary. Like, someone else should have, if someone else had to die, it should have been someone else. Not one of the twins. You can't keep a twin alive and not the other twin. You just can't do it. So, yeah, so I had a pretty intense emotional weekend. And I also saw, as you know, Wicked for Good. And Rihanna said, which is also a tearjerker movie. Not as bad as Train Dreams, but it's more like a joyful kind of sorrow-ish tear that it's over. Rihanna says, I need to know when it's a safe space for Wicked for Good spoilers because I have thoughts. You guys, let me know who hasn't seen Wicked for Good in the chat yet and who doesn't want to be spoiled. Because it does feel like this premiere weekend feels a little soon for spoiler talk. I'm obviously down. I do know that a bunch of us have seen it, just by the Discord conversations. So I'm down. But if there are a few people who haven't seen it and are going to see it and don't want to be spoiled, then let's hold off until next weekend. And then we can do a spoiler heavy conversation then. But I definitely want to talk to you guys about it. But overall, I thought it was a really good ending. And I see Dion saying, Steph, when you saw the ending, you know it was bittersweet. Also, weren't you like, poor Alphabet? That doesn't give away too much, like, because you've seen Wizard of Oz if you've seen Wicked. But to that point, I thought it was a really great ending for the source material in another world. I wish I could have written the ending a little different. Not like I could write it better, just like selfishly based on how I feel about the characters in the world. I wish I could have had a little different, but based on the world already created by the book and the play, I think it was beautifully done, and I just love that Wicked Part 1 and 2 exist, and, uh, the main stars, Cynthia and Ariana, how lucky are we to have them in our lifetime? I just think that seeing them on screen, I was like, they really transform. And even more so this movie, because I've been seeing so many of the interviews with Cynthia and Ariana. Ariana kind of has a Glinda-like personality. She's a little, daintier and soft. Well, not dainty, they're both dainty. Yeah, but you could see the Glinda in her, and you could see the Elphaba in Cynthia, but the way Cynthia is in real life, it's like the way she talks, the way she moves, her expressions, is a completely different person as Elphaba. It's like a full-on transformation. I said it in the video that I just dropped where I did a rewatch of Wicked Part 1. To me, Cynthia should have won the Oscar. I just think that her as Elphaba it's giving life. Because of this, I'm a lifetime Cynthia fan. I adore her. I think that she is a generational talent on multiple levels. I'm obsessed with her. But yeah, I thought it was really good. It looked gorgeous. It looked really stunning. Like some of the shots were just like, wow, what a beautiful film this is. Love it. Obviously I now know because I've now like kind of gotten in. I did a really good job of avoiding spoilers. I didn't listen to the second part of the soundtrack. I never saw the play. So I had no idea what was gonna happen. But I have now entered the conversation, and it did feel like the general consensus before is that the second half of the play has less club bangers. So that was what I felt. Wicked Part 1 has like songs that you get ready to, that you like are going to go out to, that you're driving to, blasting, you play on a good day, on a rainy day, whatever it may be. The second one is like very deep, sadder songs. There's like a few moments where it's like, okay, a bop, but it's really just like beautiful ballads, I would say. So it's like a completely different tone of a movie. And yeah, but all in all, I loved it. I loved it. I see a lot of mixed feelings about it, but I loved it. And what else? I'm gonna watch I Love LA tonight. Didn't get to talk about this last week. Have to brag. Have to name drop. One of my dear friends who I adore this woman. We met in improv and it was kind of like love at first sight. I wouldn't say at first sight. I would say after a few weeks we were like, are we becoming great friends? Ooh, it was amazing, and it was one of my like I don't have a ton of like new friends in LA, but I she was one of them where I only knew her for a year before my wedding, and I invited her because I just adore her. She's, like, so awesome. She moved to New York, and I was so sad because Harry loves her too, and I was like, "We're gonna hang out all the time," and then she moved, so I'm just, like, waiting for the day that she comes back because she is a very special person to me. And anyways, I'm watching I Love LA. I'm minding my business. All of a sudden, my girl Anna pops up on screen as the crazy bitch Paulina with the croissant necklace. If you guys have seen I Love LA. And she gave psycho crazy LA girl like nobody's business. I haven't seen Anna perform, but I know she's a great actress because I've heard great things about her in what's the Karate Kid spin-off show? Um, Karate Kid spin-off series. Cobra Kai. She's in Cobra Kai, and just because I know in improv, she was so good at improv and so funny, and, like, you could tell she was like, there's people a lot of people who do improv are actors, but you could just definitely tell that she was an actress and, like, very great at performing, and then I see her come on the screen, and I was like, "Oh my god, she just tore this shit up." I was screaming from my bedroom just like, yes, it was so exciting to see her. So, and then I thought she was just gonna have one scene, and then she was the entire episode. I was like, "Hell yeah, icon behavior only." So shout out Anna, go follow her, she's amazing. Anna Cochran, Cochrane, I think. I think there's an E at the end. So that was super enjoyable, and then I'm on my Pluribus game. I just am the show is amazing. Don't know what the hell is happening. Constantly confused, but love the show and just am so intrigued where it's gonna go. So that's kind of my updates of the week, and, like, let's get into more Friendsgiving stuff, yeah, but also I'm gonna jump to the chat, and then I have some Friendsgiving questions for you guys. Okay. William Smith, Friendsgiving. Yes, it has begun. About I Love LA and HBO in general, HBO has become too self-aware, and it's like they're trying to relive their glory years, but that never works, and I'm just sad about the whole thing. Um, HBO has become too self-aware. What do you mean by too self-aware? I I agree that HBO doesn't have as many hits as they used to, but I do think I Love LA is doing really well for them. At least in LA, I'm hearing about it all the time, but I can understand if it's not like super popular in other places. But in general, they haven't had like a huge hit like a Game of Thrones. But that's hard to do now. Like every streaming service is so good. Lloyd, Team Steez, Team Big H, A period. Thanks, Lloyd. Mike Joyce, I've heard mixed things about Train Dreams. It's gorgeous. It's one of the most well shot films of the year for sure. Like there's shots in the movie where you're like, wow, this is stunning. And it obviously has a pull to it because it affected me so heavily. The character work is just insane and just uh but the overall message for a person who loves rainbows, butterflies, and happy endings. It's definitely a realistic look at things that can happen in life that are just very difficult. And then also it's an interesting take on the turn of the century because it starts in the late 1800s and it moves through the 1900s. So it's actually really interesting in terms of that, like watching them build the first train through the Pacific Northwest and kind of what that looked like and then how quickly after that technology changed and kind of that the world that we've lived in, and it's like that was only like 100 something years ago, but when you're watching it it feels so old, but that's just how quickly the 1900s moved and changed everything. So in that sense there's a lot of interesting aspects to it, but it's a tough watch. I'm wondering what different things you're hearing about it. RQMDSMD, hey. William Smith, you watch Last of Us. I wonder if you'll enjoy playing the game. Yeah, okay, so Big H is like really wants me to start playing games and streaming some of them. What do you guys think about that? I asked you in the Discord some games that you would suggest and I screenshotted all of them and I'm definitely there's a part of me that maybe like once a week I could add playing like a game for an hour and just kind of being like a newbie in the world and trying to figure it out. A few reasons, like, so many people love games, and it seems so fun. I love how they look visually. I've heard that there's some in exceptional storytelling in some of the games, so just as a creator, that interests me. And then I also have been reading that it is really good for your brain and it helps prevent dementia because you're so active in your brain and your hand-eye coordination with the different the switches you're hitting and with the controller. I don't know the proper terms, but you get what I'm saying. So I'm kind of into it. Harry's been locked in on Arc Raiders. Locked the fuck in. Who's playing Arc Raiders? So we heard about it forever. This is gonna be the best game. This is gonna be the best game of the year. And I was like, I wonder, I wonder. And then like the first reviews came out who with people who got to play it sooner, and they were like, no, this shit is like actually as dope as people said it was gonna be. Like this is insane. And then H got his hands on it and he was like, "No, dead ass. This is like gonna be one of the best games ever." I haven't seen him play a game this much since I've met him. Like he'll play for like a weekend out of 6 months and he'll just like, he'll get into it and then like finish the game. But this one, like anytime he's like like he likes to stay up super late, so he'll wait for me to go to bed and then he'll just like play for a few hours because he only needs like 4 hours of sleep. Insane. I need a full 8, sometimes 9, preferably 9, but I'll take 8. But he loves it, and when I watch it, it does look so insane. And he said that would be a super hard game to get into because it's kind of more like difficult, but it looks really interesting to me. So I'm kind of I don't know, I might just be like, "Hey, I'm new here, don't kill me." But I just wanted to play this game. Rihanna, Marcel the Shell had me bawling at the end. Totally. My first watch of Marcel the Shell, Rox and I were pretty destroyed. If you put a grandma thing in a movie, it will destroy me. The death in my life that I'll never get over, I'm sure there's more to come because that's life. But there's not a day that I'm over or feel okay about my grandma Seiko dying. It was like, no, that was totally not cool. Unforgivable, didn't make any sense. Felt like should have had 15 more years. Stupid, boo, tomato, tomato. So if you put a grandma storyline in a movie, that will get me into Marcel the Shell for so many reasons. I need to rewatch that movie. That movie is such a feel good movie, but also kind of sad. But yeah, I need to rewatch that. Great shout. My choice. Requiem for a Dream really messed me up for a few hours after I watched it. I think that did too for me. Which one? Oh, let me remind myself. Requiem. Have I seen Requiem? Am I Requiem? Oh, I don't think I've seen this. What was I confusing this with? I haven't seen this. Uh, hey Dion, happy Friendsgiving, Thanksgiving, yes. Mel does reviews. The Bird. Oh yeah, Hedwig. Yep, Hedwig. That was pretty good. Like not good, but like that got me too. Mike Joyce. Here lies Dobby, a free elf. Never forget. Shout out to Dobby. Dobby was the man. Like Dobby came in, I think the second movie, annoying, messing up Harry's life. Like you can't come into his muggle family and throw cake on the guests because Harry's already getting abused. That's crazy. But he was just all in all, like it's like he was just sacrificing. He just was like, I care about you so much. I cannot have you go back to Hogwarts. But it's like, no, you don't understand. I will deal with dementors. I'll deal with evil spirits, whatever you throw at me at Hogwarts. It's better than these people. It's better than the Dudleys. And, Enter Lenman. I rewatch the HP movies every year around this time, slaps every time. Also, fuck JK. Totally, totally, totally. I'm with you on all accounts there. Mel does reviews. It was Hedwig from oh, yeah, I read that one. Yep, yep. Shannon Harris. Hey, girl. Hey, what's up, Steph? What's up, Shannon? A new guy. Hello, I'm in India at 6:40 AM. Been up since 5:30 for no reason. Damn, when'd you get there? How long are you staying? That's so fun. I can't wait till I can visit India. Oh yeah, okay, we read that. Dion. After I watched Wicked for Good, I was sad and happy for Elphaba. Definitely a lot of mixed emotions for sure. Uh, okay. Mike, when they raise their wands up after Dumbledore dies, that always gets me. No, for real. The first time I watched it and when Dumbledore died, I was like, that really hurt. And it really hurt because you know that Harry has no idea what the long game is and kind of that Dumbledore had orchestrated all of that. But for sure, he was such a giant. It's like, damn, damn. All of Harry's main peeps have to go. That's crazy. At least Hermione and Ron remain untouched. William, I don't like sad movies at all. I don't really either. I kind of avoid them at all costs, but for some reason, I don't know, I got tricked into Train Dreams and I had no idea. Abdiel, what's up, Steph and everyone? What's up, Abdiel? Nice to see you. Dion, Steph, you and Harry should find a movie called Jim Henson's Turkey Hollow, funny nostalgia and a little bit of heart with Ludacris as a funny narrator. Is Harry a fan of the Muppets? I don't think either of us have watched Muppet movies. I hear that the Christmas Muppet movie's really good, but I haven't. Remus and Tonks both dying after they just did I forget. Did they? Did they in the last movie? No, wait, I don't remember that. That's actually so stupid if that happened. Oh my god, they were. I like blacked that out. I blacked that out because I just finished this movie in which she was trying to make the announcement that she was pregnant. It's like, why did that happen? Kill people we don't know. Like, it doesn't matter if we don't know, like, why do you have to kill so many characters that we know and that have the highest stakes? Like, Mad Eye Moody was sad, but you're like, "Okay, he doesn't have any, like, family, lovers, kids around. He's just, like, a G for the cause," and I respect that. But, like, everyone else, like, when you have a newborn or your twin brother or your newfound godson or your friends that you just made and you just became a free elf, like, that's so stupid. William, the Harry Potter movies can't be beat. Every holiday break here we watch with family. They're classics. They're classics. I don't know how the show is gonna do it. The only thing that the show can do is add the parts that the movie didn't have because of time. If they do that and then kind of still execute on all the other stuff, then it will be different and provide something that the movies didn't. It has to provide the stuff that the movies didn't for it to be any bit useful. Or else it's like, to me, the movies were amazing. And yeah, there are stuff that they missed in the book. So that's kind of the only thing that they can do is hit the stuff that was missed in the book and paint like a fuller picture like that. That's why I think it's better that they're doing a show because it can be completely different in that sense. Abiel, haven't seen, can't say that I plan on seeing it, so you can spoil me. Abiel, I don't want to spoil you, but why haven't you seen it? Why don't you want to see it? It's my choice. Even though I read spoilers about what happened after I saw part one, I teared up. Like the beginning of. You're talking about like the for part one when they're like the witch is dead, so they're like announcing that the Wicked Witch of the West is dead. Dion, I'm kind of glad they told us that because it's like, oh yeah, that's what happens in Wizard of Oz. Stefan, Harry Potter and the Half Blood Prince. Did Dumbledore's death shock you the first time you saw it and how they saluted him and erased the dark mark from over Harbor? Oh yeah, we just talked about this. Yes, that was like a really tough scene for sure. That was tough. Fazil, hi Steph. Finally caught the live again. For reference, it's 6 a.m. in the morning and I always miss a live. Oh my gosh. I'm so glad you're here. Good morning. Happy to have you. Yep. Okay. Let's see. Physio. Have you seen Cynthia's memes, bruh? And if you have, then what's your favorite one? I don't think so. Has she posted them on Instagram? Or are they just memes of Cynthia? Or they're ones that she's posted? I'm looking on her Instagram. I don't see any memes on her Instagram, so I'm guessing it's that of her. Tell me. Mike Joyce, I really like I Love LA. We get that tonight, and Pennywise finally shows up on Welcome to Derry tonight. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, I'm excited for I Love LA tonight. Rihanna, I like the song No Good Deeds, but in the same breath, it was so chaotic, and I kept trying to find the melody, and it kept switching up. The part one songs were a lot catchier for sure. Yeah, I did feel like the songs were like not as catchy at all, but that didn't necessarily bother me because I'm not like a huge musical person anyways. Like the first one being so good to me and me listening to those songs so much is kind of rare. It's like Wicked and K-pop Demon Hunters for me. Otherwise, I don't love. I mean, I say that and I listen to Hamilton all the time. I just don't love like every like when I'm watching plays, I like the soundtrack, but most of them I don't I don't re-listen to all the time because they're just, like, more so telling the story than bangers, but the first one, yeah, it's so good. No Good Deeds and For Good, like, the last song, I do keep singing, like, "Because I knew you, I've been" that shit, that goes hard. That goes mega hard. William, did they at least make the new Wicked movie more colorful, saturated? They didn't want to admit it, but they went way overboard desaturating the first movie. Huh. I never agreed with that. I always loved how it looked visually, but it's definitely very colorful. But I thought the first one was. So I don't know. I'm not the right person to ask about this. Like, I feel like people pick up on stuff visually that I don't really always I agree with or care I don't know. I like the first one, but I did see that criticism. This one felt very colorful and just gorgeous. Mike, I'm really enjoying Pluribus as well. Yeah, it's really good. Red Carpet Talk. We know I love Wicked for Good. Yes, Sam, I'm loving your enthusiasm of Wicked, and I'm with you, sister. I'm like, I love it. I do. I'm sad it's over too. I wish we had like a lifetime to live with Elphaba and Glinda. Red carpet talk. I'm not caught up on I Love LA. I was initially excited for a Rachel Sennott, though, especially as a Shiva baby, but after what I've heard IDK, like about the show. Yeah, I get that. I don't think the show's for everyone. I can totally understand that. I think it has a lot of good stuff in it. And Rachel Sennott is kind of so enigmatic to watch on screen. She just has an it girl factor going on. Rihanna, like a chaotic it girl. Your friend ate that roll up, shout outs her. Totally, right? H and I were like, "Is that Anna? Fuck, yes." Yeah, she ate that shit up. Okay, Dion, when I had seen Wicked Part 1, I had loved the animal culture of Oz and Dr. Dillamond and Dulcie Bear. Yeah, totally. Me too. I loved it. Mike Joyce, I had a dream last night that I was a spy or something like it, and I was walking around a store eating cookie dough. Then an owl outside my window woke me up. That's weird, but eating cookie dough is always a good dream. That's kind of a cool dream. I woke up and could still taste the cookie dough in my mouth for a few minutes until I had a drink of water. Damn, that's kind of crazy. Have I had any weird dreams recently? Yes, like I have weird dreams every night. I don't, but it's like now I don't remember them. I always recount them in the morning, and now I don't really remember them. I'll try to remember them. I'll try to write them down this week. Fazil, I saw a reel in which the caption was, "I wish Wendy Williams did an interview of WikiCast because she is the only one who would have asked Ariana about oh Blackion. Is that are you talking about when she was like changed skin tones?" And I laughed for like 10 straight minutes. It is interesting okay, here's the thing. When you're younger, you go through phases. Do I think it is like a interesting phase to be but I don't know, it's like I feel like every girl does spray tans. So I don't think it's that she went so hard in the paint trying to be a different I don't know. I love Ariana. I'm glad that she feels like she's in a more natural state now. I'll say that. Like the way she used to talk and stuff, it was very like I'm a teenager kind of figuring myself out. And it feels like now she's kind of really has a great grip on who she is and who she wants to be. So I'm liking her evolution. I like where she's at now. I love how she dresses and I actually love her hair color now, like, when it's less blonde and more, like, honey brunette. I think that looks gorgeous on her. Yeah, but I hear you. Wendy would have been funny. She would have been like, "So, girl, why'd you do that?" That one interview's killer where she just has, like, the weirdest accent going on. But I'll say this, like, when you're young, like, Miley Cyrus had a phase like that too. It just is so you're so impressionable. It's tough. Uh, okay. Lloyd, yes, Play The Last of Us is way better than a show. Okay, that's interesting. Mike says, "I'd be interested in watching an hour is too short for a game, though." Yeah, okay, that's something to consider. Whatever it is, like, I'll learn. I don't know, though, so I'm just kinda saying random shit. Mike, does Harry play with the volume up, or does he have a gaming headset? He has a gaming headset. But today, he, like, completely screwed me over because he had, like, open mic on instead of pressing to talk. So I was, like, walking by just saying random shit, and he's like, "The open mic's on." And I was like, "Are you gonna warn a girl in her own house before I start saying, like, anything?" And then on one, I gave away his location, and he almost got killed. I was like, "Well, you should have warned me." You can't have open mic around me. That's crazy. That's on him. He knows better. He knows who he married. That's absolutely insane. Abdil, not gonna lie, I cried when Rue from Hunger Games died. That was brutal. That was brutal. And it's like, yeah, I get the premise. Everyone dies in Hunger Games except for one. But no, that was so bad. Okay. John, get bent. Saw Hedwig live a few years ago by a local theater company. If it ever comes into your city, it's worth going to see if you're into stage shows. There's a show called Hedwig Live. What is it about? Rihanna, I'll say some non-spoiler Wicked thoughts. I think they said clock tick about 3 times too many. It felt a little overused. That's hysterical. I think that's fair. I think that's fair to say. It definitely was, like, noticeable that they said it. And it's like, okay, we get that's the terminology that you say. That is so nitpicky. We said yes or no for good no to good to why can't I read? We said yes or no to 4 good spoilers. I think we said no because I don't think everyone's seen it, but let me know. Let me know. Maybe we wait till next week. I don't know. Or we can wait till the end of the show. We'll see what people say. From what I read based on some YouTubers' reviews, they said this is more of Glinda's movie. I don't agree with that. I've been hearing that too, but I just don't agree with that. If you watch it, there's so much Elphaba. I could have done with more Elphaba for sure. Like, I feel like there were some scenes that I'm like, I'd rather be on Elphaba just because I like her character a little bit better. But by the end of it, Glinda really gets a full arc that is amazing, and it was necessary. So I don't know. I wouldn't necessarily. I think it's both of their movies, but it's an Elphaba movie. Okay. Rihanna, Ariana's dollar store lashes and Wicked was a no for me again. I'm still confused why they didn't do individual lashes or lash extensions for her. I know they had the budget. Yeah, I know when she closes her eyes, that's when you can see they do the half lash, and I'm like, "Why didn't you just put in extensions?" Like, individual I totally kind of agree with that because not like she did big eyeliner or anything. Well, maybe, it wouldn't have mattered. They had the budget to do new extensions every day if they wanted to. Yeah, because sometimes it was, like, really obvious that it was a half lash. Mike, Tonks was such a great character in the books. No, I don't think that's a spoiler. Yeah, there's a lot like, Jenny for sure is a character that I would want way more explored in the show 'cause she's so half-baked in the movies, but she's really great in the books. Okay. Nothing against the film. Oh, okay, you weren't talking about Harry Potter, you're talking about Wicked. Okay, I get you, I get you, I get you. Okay. Steph, how do you want to different and what do you want different in the HBO Potter series? I want the more character like, longer character exploration of characters like Tonks, for example, Ginny for sure, but all of, like, the side characters that kind of just got a few scenes here and there, I would definitely want more character exploration. Like, that's the great part about shows, is that you can have a ton of characters that have a ton of depth in them because you just have more time. So that would probably be the biggest thing for me, is just more characters with bigger stories or bigger parts to play in the story. Physiel, nah, memes of Cynthia that people made. Look at her comment section. You might find him in the form of gifs. Okay, I'll look at them. Rihanna Ennis. The original song Girl in the Bubble didn't do anything for me. It's fine, but I don't think it's the category they're gonna win the Oscar for. They should win for costumes though. Um, yeah, I think they'll win for costumes, but I do have to say I loved the costumes in Frankenstein, but there wasn't as many. So I do think that there was I do think it should be Wicked, but I'm just randomly also saying the Frankenstein costumes 8 too. Would you compare Wicked for Good to It Chapter 2 sequel was good but not great? I didn't see what It Chapter 2, so I don't know. William. Never mind that questions. I'm like 5 minutes behind the stream stuff already talked about. Oh yeah. It's okay. Rihanna, the only 2 costume pieces that took me out of the movie was gray cardigan that Alpha Bell had on and a white knit hoodie that Glinda wore. They both look like they came from Aritzia and Oz. That's hysterical. I love the gray cardigan just because the scene, I was like I don't wanna give it away, but I was like, "Okay." I liked it. And I'm like, what else would she have out in the woods? I just got, like, the oddest little tickle in my throat. Um, you should watch Harry when he plays multiplayer games and shit talks to his opponent and be his hype man. That's funny. I said, like, "Don't kill my husband," and he was like, "You're giving away my position." I need to know the every game's different. But, yeah, in multiplayer I don't think he plays that many multiplayer games. This is the first time I've ever heard him on the mic. All the other games he played, it was more like solo missions. Emmanuel, I'm not a fan of musicals either, but when I worked at iPick Westwood, you know how I feel about iPick Westwood. Oh wait, I think I cut that part out of my video. I love iPick Westwood. I love that theater. I saw some parts of the first film and it looked cool, not too big on the Potter show too early, and I'm a huge fan of the books. Yeah, it's like interesting because they did come out a long time ago, but it feels like they still hold. I'm like, there's like some CGI that could be updated, but for the most part, they're filmed so well and they're so well done and like so not outdated that it does feel like what's the point? Like I would show 10 years from now my nephew, a niece these movies, or I don't know how young they can be when they watch it, maybe even younger. And I think it would still be amazing. Like I would be like, yeah, these are the ones you're watching. So it's not like, I don't know, like a remake where it felt like totally necessary in that sense, but Yeah, it feels like Harry Potter and Lord of the Rings, it's like, why remake those movies? They were just done so right the first time, or, like, the original trilogy, it's like, of Star Wars. Yeah. I didn't know that you did reactions of Indian movies, and I saw your reaction to, oh, And Hadan, the blind piano player one, and I loved it. That movie, I'm so glad you brought up. I forgot about that movie. That movie was so good. That was one of my favorite reactions ever because it was the perfect movie to not watch the trailer and have no idea what was gonna happen because it was one of the most insane premise movies I've ever seen. But yeah, I did a ton of movie reactions with Cinedaisy and Cinepals, and so thankful that they introduced me to a lot of Indian films because there are so many great ones that I don't know if I would have ever gotten around to them or even tried, and now I'm like, "Oh, that was stupid," because there's so many good ones. Okay. Um, acres of movies. I'm from Japan. I currently live in Hiroshima area. Hey, I am dying to go to Japan. I was literally just looking up different places that I wanna go, but I need, like, multiple trips or multiple months because I wanna do all of it. Northern Japan, because that's where my grandma's from, the northern, she's from Hachino, so I really wanna visit Northern Japan, but I also wanna do, like, the main she went to school in near Tokyo, and then there's just a ton of areas I would also love to visit. So, hi, what time is it there? Favorite Michael Douglas performance? Huh, that is not something I've thought of. Let me look up his movies. Michael Douglas movies. Okay, let's see. Oh, huh. I don't he has so many movies. Did I like Traffic? Maybe Traffic? The American President? I love him in the Ant-Man movies, can't lie. But yeah, maybe Traffic? What about you? Okay. Abdeel. So, Steph, do you have your own alter ego, like how Beyonce has such a fierce and Eminem has some shady? Do you have your own? Like, oh, okay. I've always wanted to do this because I feel like it'd be really helpful. And like a part of me thinks it's Steez, but not really. Like I feel like I should do this. It would be more helpful, but no, I haven't actually done this. Beely, hey everyone. Beely, did you get married? Are there photos? And also, hi, it's so good to see you. Okay. I do want to ask some Friendsgiving questions, and you let me know if you have any answers to any of these, okay? Or I'm going to ask a few. Um, what's your go-to dish to make on Thanksgiving? Or if you don't cook, and you can answer this too if you also cook, what's your favorite dish to eat on Thanksgiving? Like the one that you look forward to most? Let's start there. Okay. Um, okay, I'm reading some of the comments. Sorry, I'm scrolling through some of these. Casey Grant, hi Steph, missed you on Harloff the past week, or has it been 2 weeks? Feels like it's been a minute. Has it been 2? It might have been 2. I know I filmed with him a reaction, so I forgot, but I think it has been 2. My Thursdays have been super busy. So I've told him that I can't do and I actually can't do next Thursday because of Thanksgiving, and then I actually can't do the next Thursday either. So I'm hoping he can get me on a different day, but instead we've been doing reactions, like more reactions. So I don't know, but I have been missing it too. Thank you for thinking of me. Okay. Acres of Movies, honored to talk to you. I just joined YouTube last year and honored to know you on here. Thanks. Great work and I appreciate you. From Stacy, can't watch live often. Thank you, and I'm so glad that you're here. It's awesome that you got to join this live, and I really appreciate it. Welcome. It's definitely an honor to have you as well. Okay. Oh, don't kill my husband stuff is so funny. Imagine playing a game and hearing that. I know they're probably like it probably like gives him loser points, but also don't mess with me. Oops, what did I do? Okay. Well, I guess I don't need that screen so big because it probably adds some white. Oh, that's way better. Okay. Let's see. Feely, I did. I do have photos. Girl, I had posted one in the Discord, but you probably missed it. Oh my gosh, I missed it. I'm so pissed. Okay, I'm gonna go back and look. What section in general or what? Congratulations. I hope it was the best day ever. And I hope that you have a lifetime of happiness. And I'm just wishing you all the best in your marriage. And I'm so, so happy for you. Okay. Chris Nasty. Hey fam, what's up? What's up, Chris? Nice to see you. Acres of Movies. Would you like to be in an action comedy? For sure. Yeah, those are like two of my favorite genres. For sure, for sure. I definitely, if I ever did acting roles, I would only want to be kind of a comedic role. I have no interest in playing a romantic anything. I would only kind of want to play like weird characters and or like cool assassins. But yeah, so yeah, that'd be fun. Okay, let's see. Okay, so to answer that, I usually just eat Shio style cod most days. I love cod. So good. Favorite dish to eat? Ham. This is for Thanksgiving. Favorite dish to cook? Brussels sprouts or stuffing from scratch. My mom is like a control freak on Thanksgiving, even though I'm a really good cook. Can't lie. Just being honest. And so I'm like, let me help you. You literally have one of the hardest jobs in the world. Why can't I cook? You have a daughter who's an amazing cook. And she always helps. I always do sous chef stuff, like cut the vegetables, do the easy stuff, like cut, prepare things for her. But she like doesn't let me pick menu items and just kind of sticks to her thing. And so Harry's like, just let her have this. Like she loves being a control freak on Thanksgiving. Just let her do it. I was like, you're right, you're right. So this year I was like, whatever. I'm just gonna say whatever you need me to do, I'll do. I'm not gonna try any recipes, like whatever. But then she was like she also said something kind of cunty. Love her. But she was like talking about all the recipes that we were gonna be making, and then I was noticed that she missed a salad. I said, "Oh, you didn't say the salad. Do you want me to just prepare like a salad?" And she was like, "Are you good at making salad?" Girl, I think anyone's decent at making salad, but I, as a good cook, am obviously good at making salads. I can make anything. What don't you get? I just think she has, like, a blockage on Thanksgiving. So then she's like, "I've actually been thinking that maybe I'll have you make homemade stuffing because we never really do stuffing." And I was like, "Oh my god, is she giving me an assignment?" I was like and I was trying not to over freak out about it. But I was like, "Yeah, for sure. I'll do that. I'll get my recipe together and then, yeah, say less." Tell me why the next morning I wake up and she sends me a recipe for stuffing. "Miss Ma'am, you gave me an assignment, leave me alone." In addition to that, I hated the recipe she sent me. It was like a healthy stuffing. I'm like, "Thanksgiving's the one time we don't have to do this. I eat healthy every day." And the stuffing's not even that bad. Yeah, it has some butter, but it's not like everything else in it is, like, fine. Why would I make a healthy stuffing? That's not gonna taste good. And can I do one thing? I'm obsessed with you, but please. Anyways, thanks for sharing. Enter Lenman. Mike, can you do Wednesdays with Kristen? I asked him if there's another day. It's just for the next few weeks. So it's not forever. It's just these next few weeks. I just had busy Thursdays. Like things like Thanksgiving. It's like I can't control that. Okay. Rihanna, low key stuffing is my favorite. I've always wanted to try sweet potato pie since we don't have that in Canada. I love pumpkin pie though. Um, yeah, I love stuffing too, and we haven't done it in a minute. That's why I'm like, can I just do it? People love stuffing. People love stuffing, and you know what they don't want? Like a super healthy grain-free paleo stuffing. That's what she sent me. I was not trying to snitch, but now I'm gonna say it. It was a grain-free. Is that not an oxymoron? A grain-free stuffing? Stuffing is literally bread. Harry's laughing because I've been talking about this nonstop. Can you hear me? He said, "Leave mama alone." No, but really? Can I get a commotion for the oxymoron in the room? A grain-free stuffing? I didn't even respond to her message because I was like, "I am not gonna give this attention. This is actually criminal that she thinks that she could send me a grain-free stuffing recipe and that I would take that seriously." And this is a woman I find to be nearly perfect. But in this category, I was like, "Wow, you're showing your flaws. You are showing your flaws. I'm glad you're human, but yikes." Okay, sweet potato pie, Rihanna, girl, same. I haven't tried it. I can imagine it's really good. I'm obsessed with sweet potatoes, and I love pumpkin pie. So I'm like, how can it not be good? But yeah, I just never have had it. We always just have. That's another question. What's the best pie in your opinion? Like everyone's opinion. What's the greatest pie for Thanksgiving? I go back and forth. Like, there's so many good Thanksgiving pies, but I do think, like, the best Thanksgiving pie is probably a pumpkin pie. But I also love, like, a cherry pie, and I love that because it's my dad's favorite, so I think it just makes me love it. Cherry pie a la mode, that's his fave. And then pecan pie also slaps. Not my fave, but I respect that being a lot of people's favorite Thanksgiving. But I think a pumpkin pie is probably the most classic, and then people do apple pies, like, you just can't go wrong with a pie on Thanksgiving. Okay, let's see. Okay, Abdil, I don't particularly like sweets like that, but I do look forward to a sweet potato pie. Okay, so we have a sweet potato pie fan. Mike Joyce, I like all Thanksgiving dishes except for the turkey. Oh my gosh, but have you had good turkey, or is that just, like, you don't like turkey in general? Because a lot of people can make turkey really bad. But I'll give it to my mom. She makes a damn good turkey, and she doesn't use butter. It's crazy because most good turkey is, like, either deep fried or it has full butter all in the skin and outside, but I don't think she uses butter, and it's amazing. She just is really good at turkey. Acres, what is the most unlikable movie character that won an that the performer won an Oscar for? Oh, didn't, Charlize Theron win for Monster? Probably would be that, right? Let's see. That actors won Oscar. Evil character, uh, that I've seen, let's see. Yeah, that's kind of a hard question. What's your answer? Ryan Nelson, and what if I said the fucking Eagles blew it? Did they? Ryan, I'm sorry. Damn, I know how much that means to you, but hey, your girl Olivia Dean is doing really well. I'll say this, shout out to Ryan in the chat. Ryan has been champion Olivia Dean before it was popular, and I have to give him that. Like, has it been like over a year of Ryan being like obsessed with Olivia Dean? And then I heard some songs and I was like, "Oh, she's good." And now it's like everyone's like, she's definitely the front runner for best new artist at the Grammys. So you have that going for you, Ryan, right? I like the Eagles though. I'm sorry for you. Um William Smith, about Thanksgiving dish question. The classic mashed potatoes, gravy, turkey, and stuffing is my fave meal ever. It's literally the best thing ever. I'm honestly with you. I live for a Thanksgiving meal. I do. I do. Like the whole shebang. The turkey, the mashed potatoes, the gravy, the cranberry sauce. My family, we do a stuffed acorn, which is like to die for, sweet potatoes, green beans, all of it. Like I want all of it on my plate and then I kind of like mix together everything and it just makes this harmonious, magical recipe. And then the next day you make like a sandwich out of what you have left. Ugh, can't get enough of it. I love Thanksgiving dinner. Steph, I just sent you a DM on Discord now. Okay, let me look. Um, Discord. Okay, here you are. Oh my gosh, you sent me so many. Thank you. Oh my gosh, you guys look so happy and in love. You look amazing. I love your dress. It's so brandy. He looks great too. I love his outfit. I'm so happy for you guys. Oh my god, zooming in on the nails. Love it. What a beautiful event. Oh my god, not him dancing with Darth Vader helmet and a lightsaber. This is amazing. Wow, the venue's gorgeous. This is so great. Wow. I'm so, so happy for you. You look amazing. Thank you for sending those and sharing that with me. Well done, babe. Okay. Be an assassin in a spy versus spy movie or a helper in a rush hour style movie? Ooh, that's such a good question. It depends. Like if the rush hour style movie had really funny legends in it, then I would pick that. But a spy versus spy movie would be pretty awesome, and then you don't have to talk that much. You can just, like, get to work. I would have to really train, though, to get back into it. But, yeah, it's a good question. Fazil, all moms are like this, and that's why they're moms. It's like, you guys work too hard, and then it feels like once we become the age of wanting to be actually helpful and take a load off of your busy, busy schedule, you don't want it. And I pray for when I'm a mom, and then when my kids grow up, I'm like, "Yeah, you do it. I've done this for so long, you do it. Thank you. I'll just sit here and watch you and have fun. Let me relax. You cook and you clean the dishes." She does let me clean the dishes. That she does, but it's like, you guys wanna work. You do. You do. You love it. After all these years, I think you're addicted to the work. Rihanna, I love the idea that your mom assigning you a dish for Thanksgiving is like you being sorted into your HP house every year. Totally. Like, when I got the phone call and she was, like, ready to talk about Thanksgiving dishes, I was like, "What's it gonna be this year? What's my position?" Because forget about the other kids. She doesn't even think about them on Thanksgiving. Like, they haven't even made the conversation because in order to make the conversation with this woman, you have to apply and work. And I've been applying the pressure, I've been working, I've been making dishes off season to prove my worth, to show her my skill set, and all it's gotten me is an internship. I'm like dead ass an unpaid intern in her eyes at in the kitchen. That's what I am. I wash and cut the vegetables. But like I was like clamoring at the thought of getting assigned a dish that I could put my heart and soul into. And then now it's like, are you gonna be over my shoulder the whole time I'm putting stuff into this dish? I might make it before, like, and then just show up with the ingredients already in it so that she doesn't even know what's in it. It's so stressful. Dion, I think the reason the main character is dying in Harry Potter is saying that not even the characters we've come to love are not safe from death and tragedy. No, I get what it's saying, totally. I do. I do, and it's like it's life, especially when you're in a time of war, which they were. But it's still a kids movie. It's still fantasy, like, you still had you could have had a few deaths, but the fact that every main character basically dies except for the top 3 is crazy. Chris, do a regular stuffing, but call it grain-free for her. Yeah, this she's not even grain-free, that's the crazy part. That was the wild part. I was like, "Are you sabotaging me? Do you want me to make a dish that tastes like ass so that you could just be righteous on your hill that you should be the one only making Thanksgiving dishes?" Because now it's starting to seem like saboteur, a little sabotage going on. Grain-free. I can't get over it. I'm not gonna shut up about that. Emmanuel, good night, Steph. I feel I should say this. I've decided to leave. I just like to focus on my own life, which I need to anyways, and I feel being on here is a distraction. Goodbye, guys. Wish you well. Okay, well, that's okay. You got to do you sometimes. Sometimes distractions are good and sometimes they're not. But I think a little here and there is healthy, but do you, and I hope all turns out well. Thanks for being here. Acres of movies. Has Universal had Oz Perkins make more Psycho movies? Oh, I don't think so, but I don't know. Acres, Japanese style plum pie is the best. I haven't had that, but that sounds stank. Amanda, you always look great, Steph. By the way, wish you the best. Thank you. Thanks for being here. Hope that you get the work done that you need to. Rebel, I was looking on Instagram and doom scrolling, and I realized that you looked so much like Selena. That's a huge compliment. Thank you so much. I I don't know. I mean, like, I'll take it. I have actually heard that like once maybe in my life, and it was like the first time I was like, that's confused. I never thought about that, but definitely a certified baddie gone too soon. Casey Graham. Could it be mama sees you as as competition? I'd take it as a compliment. Are you too good at making salad? Is movie level funny. That's hysterical. Like, is your salad gonna outshine my main dish? Honestly, that is a potential. Because when I started talking about, like, let's put pomegranate and candied walnuts in the salad, she's like, that's too much. Like, every other dish is decadent, and we don't need the salad to be too decadent. To which I say, Thanksgiving is the holiday in which every dish should be on 100. Like, every dish should be so extra, and it's that one time where it complements each other because everything's extra. Do you know what I mean? Does that make sense? Do you guys agree with that? Like, everything should be super spiced up, but all the spices match because it's a Thanksgiving thing. But she's the queen. She can just do whatever she wants, honestly. Chris Nasty, pumpkin pie with a bunch of whipped cream on top. Yes, I like pumpkin pie with ice cream, but a dabble, like a little dab of whipped cream is good too with it. What I asked you if you had seen where Cynthia Erivo protected Ariana from the guy who ran. Yes, I saw that. That guy should be not allowed at any press event. That was really scary and super aggressive and weird. And I'm so surprised that Cynthia was able to get there before any of the security guards. That's crazy. Um, but badass. She's such a fierce friend. I love them together. Okay. William Smith. OMG, I think your mom was trying to rage bait you into making the best salad of your life. She's playing 4D chess. That's a very positive outlook. I like it. Nick Thomas. Hello. Hey Nick, what's up? My choice. I can have turkey any day. I don't eat Thanksgiving sides very often. Okay, I respect that. Casey Grant, same Mike. I noticed so many replacing the turkey these days. Oh, really? Like what? Like a roast beef or just like the ham? Okay. Andrew Thomas, hey. I'm working at the movie theater on Thanksgiving afternoon, then have Thanksgiving dinner with the immediate family later. That's fun. Okay. Dion, Steph, what would you do if Honey Bear suddenly started talking to you and Harry? I'd be so happy. She her availability to the English language is actually pretty vast. She knows a ton of words and commands. She's really impressive and I wouldn't be surprised. She's like not dog like. She's more like bear human slash kaleidoscale. Like she's like a horse with human emotions. So I would be pumped, honestly. I can't wait for the day. I wish we could communicate with them in English. But maybe it's better that we don't. I don't know. Okay. Casey Grant, don't feel guilty stuffing my face on Thanksgiving, pun intended. Period. It's Thanksgiving. It's the entire holiday. Okay. I'm working on 8 arm goddess. Have you figured out what 8 items represent you? No, I have to think about that more. I need to write that in the Discord when I'm like not have to think on the spot, but that's really awesome. Thank you. Acres movies. Would be great to see you in movies. I'm Japanese and have mixed background. I want more of us represented ASAP. Oh my gosh. Maybe we're related. Yeah, definitely. I love anytime I see like a mixed Japanese person or just Japanese people in general, I'm like, yes, I love you guys. But thank you. Yeah, that'd be awesome. It's definitely would be fun to be able to be in stuff. Uh, William said, "Cherry pie, let's fucking go. Your dad is my bro now." People always talk about cranberry or pumpkin pie, but I'm 100% cherry pie. It's not even a question. My family thinks I'm weird. Yeah, I think I would have never cared about it had it not been so fond for my dad that now I'm like, okay, like it kind of brings me joy and I get it. And do I enjoy pumpkin pie? Yeah, so good. Like, okay. Sorry, I do have to get out of here, so I'm gonna scroll through some of these, but I did try to stay a little longer today because I was gone last week. Steph, what is your favorite dessert for Thanksgiving? Do you make any dessert to cook? I think it's pumpkin pie just because I don't have pumpkin pie any other time. So, probably pumpkin pie with ice cream. That's probably my favorite. Okay, Joshua. Hey, Steph. Funny story. I fell asleep and your Sky High video started playing, so you and Jabby were in my dreams. Oh, that's funny. That's funny. That was a surprisingly good movie. Let's see. Oh, wait. Okay, sorry. Okay. So we're fighting giants, rats, and Jabby comes to help us, and you meet my friends. Really weird. That is funny. Rihanna, Thanksgiving and Christmas are the holidays where it's full on showcase for your culinary talents. For the most people, it makes sense to go as extra as possible. Like, when else? Yes, Rihanna, you get it. It's like this is the time that we can make the most decadent, the stuff that you save on Pinterest that you're like, I don't need to eat that on a regular Tuesday. You wait for these holidays and there's basically only 2 of them for the Western world where you're like, "I need to go so hard in the paint right now because 'cause I've been wanting to make this dish. I only make this once a year, and I'm making it for all the people I love," and it's, like, so exciting that you get to impress them with your food. What's not clicking? Joseph Ashley, any Japanese dishes for Thanksgiving? For Thanksgiving, no, but for Christmas, we do a full-on Japanese Christmas. So on Christmas, we do sukiyaki, we have sushi, we have, inari sushi, we have, like, the whole shebang, tempura, what else? Cucumber salad. Like, the whole thing is Japanese food for Christmas, but not for Thanksgiving. Japanese desserts are so good, it's crazy, like, they do not want play when it comes to desserts. Let me ask you this, what do Japanese people play about? Everything when a Japanese person sets out to do something, it's excellence. So, that's like the movies, excellent. The fashion, excellent. The art, excellent. The books, excellent. Desserts, excellent. Just, like, perfectly packaged, wrapped, everything. It I'm just the honestly, the biggest flex about me is that I'm part Japanese. Like, can never get over bragging about the fact that I'm Japanese. And I love being Middle Eastern, but some days I'm like, I wish I was full Japanese just because it's, like, the sickest culture to me ever. Rebel. I mean, Steph, if there were a movie to be made, I'd say your name. You look one to one like Selena. Even my friends are saying you look like her. That's really interesting. I've never heard it be, like, that definite, but I this is a huge compliment. She's absolutely stunning. I would not be the right person to play Selena for multiple reasons. I'm not a Latina woman, and I cannot sing for shit. But you could put me as a background dancer or maybe, like, her, like, her stunt double. Beely, I'm gonna celebrate my birthday on Thanksgiving, so I'm having cake. My birthday is next Sunday. Oh, okay. So maybe we'll see you next Sunday in the chat, but totally understand if you're gonna be out doing other stuff. But if we don't see you, happy birthday, Sagittarius Queen. Let's go. Casey, I see people making a big chicken, ham, or brisket to replace the turkey. People say turkey is too dry. They're not cooking it right. My mom has never made a dry turkey, and she makes 2 every year because my family's so big. No, they're just not cooking it right. It's hard to cook, but there's ways to make turkey super dank. Mr. Vaju. Oh, hey, Steph. I hope all's well. Haven't seen you in a minute. Good to see you. Chris Nasty, same. Any chance I get to tell someone I'm part Japanese, I take it. Literally any opportunity, I take it. It's like so annoying. Like anytime someone's like, "Oh, I'm Japanese," I don't even let them finish Japanese. I'm like, "Oh, I'm Japanese too." It's like so eager beaver about it. It's crazy. Mural. Hi, sweet stuff. Hey, good to see you. Okay, everyone, I'm leaving, but I will be back next Sunday, and I think we should do a Friendsgiving part 2 because I had so many other questions that I didn't get to, and then we can get to it then. But I don't wanna run into if Roxy's doing a stream, screw her over because 'cause I'm already 30 minutes over. So, thank you guys so much for hanging out with me. You've been awesome. To all the new people in the chat, thanks for joining. You are so welcome into the family. Welcome to Steve's chat. I know that Mike Joyce has been awesome at putting in the Discord link into the chat. So come join us there if you want to keep the conversation going. But other than that, I'll see you guys in the Discord. And I hope something very good happens to you this week. And above all, I'm super grateful for you. You are definitely loved by at least me. So that's one person, and I'll see you next week. Okay, bye.